Yesterday, Brazil's central bank cut its benchmark interest rate by a quarter percentage point to 7.25%. Today I'm joined by Flávio Serrano, senior economist at Espírito Santo Bank. Hello Flávio. So were you expecting a rate cut, and do you believe this signals the end of the easing cycle?
No, we were not expecting this cut yesterday. We believed that the Brazilian Central Bank should keep the benchmark rates unchanged. But we may consider that it was not a surprise at all, because a member of the Brazilian Central Bank has said in the last week that they might cut benchmark rates even further. So that's the reason it's not a surprise, but we were not expecting that. And looking ahead, we believe that benchmark rates are likely to remain unchanged for quite a period of time. The signals in the statement will point towards that.
On Wednesday, Brazilian stocks closed lower due to a decline in overseas markets and concern over the global economic climate. How do you think the markets are performing now as a result of the rate decision?
We believe that the sound remains the same. There is a lot of uncertainty in terms of the future of monetary policy here, or even the economic policy at all. We have been some micro decisions that are changing the dynamics of markets over the time, such as intervention in terms of the foreign exchange rates, also intervention in some sectors. So this is likely to keep the uncertainty in high levels, and therefore we believe that the performance of markets in Brazil are likely to underperform the international assets.
And economists have raised their outlook for inflation for 2012 to 5.42%. What type of figures are you expecting?
We are expecting almost the same of the Focus survey. We forecast for 2012 5.4% also.
And in terms of growth for Brazil's economy, what are you expecting for 2013?
For 2013, we are expecting some increase in terms of the GDP performance. This year, we are forecasting 1.7, and we believe that this monetary policy approach and also all stimuli that the Brazilian government has granted for the consumption here are likely to boost the GDP, and we are expecting figures much more near to 4 to 4.5% of growth in 2013.
And how is the Brazilian currency performing at the moment, and what is your outlook for this currency?
We have been seeing a lot of intervention in terms of the foreign exchange rate here. So we believe that despite the trend for the Brazilian real should be to appreciate against the US dollar, considering only the fundamentals here in Brazil, we believe that the Brazilian Central Bank is likely to keep intervening in the foreign exchange market. And that's the reason our forecast for the foreign exchange is almost a stability. We believe that this year it should close near to R$2 per dollar. And for the next year, we're expecting just 1.95 or at most 1.9 reais per dollar. So we believe that the fundamentals point towards an appreciation of the Brazilian real against the US dollar, but the Brazilian government is likely to avoid this kind of movement.
And over the next coming months, what sort of economic events should traders be watching out for?
Very short term, we have to look at the minutes of the Copom meeting. It should be released on Thursday. Also, inflation figures should be quite important. The IPCA 15, which is a mid-month proxy for the target CPI here, is likely to be released also in the next year. And we believe that inflation figures are likely to keep running at very high levels in the very short term. And this situation should also increase the concern about inflation dynamics in the medium term. So I believe that we have to look at these minutes and also inflation figures here in Brazil. I believe it's the most relevant ones in the very short term.
Thank you, Flávio, for sharing your thoughts on Brazil. That's all we have time for right now, but do click back to the Dukascopy website to gain valuable insights into the global economy. Goodbye.